Good morning students. Today we are going to learn verb tenses. Verb tenses. What is the meaning of verb? Verb is an action word. It is an action done by the noun or a pronoun. So the action done by noun or pronoun is known as verb. Some of the action words are talk, teach, laugh, sing, dance, etc. So what is tenses? Tenses means time. Time of the action is known as verb tenses. So there are three kinds of tenses. The first one is past tense, second one is present tense, third one is future tense. So verb tenses means the time of the action. So there are three kinds of tenses: past tense, present tense and future tense. Verb is an action of the noun, action word of the noun. So, what the subject is doing, that is what the noun or pronoun is doing. Then, example, walk, talk, sing, dance, etc. So, verb means action word, the action of the noun, what the subject is doing, the action of the subject. Then, for example, walk, talk, sing and dance. So, next, what is tense? What is tense? What is the verb tense? As verb tense tells the time of the action. It is in past, present or in future. So there are three types of tenses. The first one is past tense, next one is present tense, the third one is future tense. So, first one is past tense, present tense and future tense. So, what is verb tense? Verb tense tells the time of the action. That is when the action took place. Okay, there are three kinds of tenses. First one is past tense, second one is present tense, then third one is future tense. So, today our topic is verb tenses. Verb means action word. Verb denotes what the subject is doing, the action of the noun or pronoun. So, for example, walk, talk, sing, dance, etc. Then verb tenses. Verb tenses means the verb tenses denotes time of the action, when the action taken place. So, whether that action is in past or present or future, there are three kinds of tenses. The first one is past tense, next one is future present tense, third one is future tense. What is mean by past? In the past, yes, action already happened, the completed action. So, the completed action is known as past tense. Next one, present tense. Present tense means the action going on. What is mean by past tense? Past tense means the action happened in the past. The action completed. Okay. What is present tense? Present tense means the action which happens every day. So what is past tense? Past tense means the action happened in the past. The action completed. Okay. Now what is present tense? Present tense means the action which will happen in a regular basis. Action happens as we speak or it happens regularly. So what is future tense? Future action will happen in the future. So one by one we are going to learn. First one is past tense. What is past tense? Past tense means action happened already. The action past happened in the past. Completed action. Radha cleaned the room. So here what's the verb? Yes, clean. Clean is the verb. So this sentence is already completed sentence. Radha had already cleaned the room before. Okay. So this is the example for past tense. It is completed action. Radha already completed. Already cleaned the room. So next one is. Next, one by one, we are going to learn how a verb is changed. Okay, verb is changed according to the tenses, according to the time. Okay, so in past tense, the verb is in the one form, present another form, and future will be another form. So one by one, we are going to deal. The first one is simple past tense. In simple, how the verbs will be, how the action words will be, what are the changes in the action words. So first is simple past tense. So, simple past. So, first rule is, there are so many rules in grammar, okay. So, in tense also there are so many rules. The verb changes according to the sentence, according to the tense in a sentence, that is according to past, future and present tense. If the verb is in a past tense, following a rule, it will be in one form, and in present it will be in another form, future and another form, okay. So first we are going to do simple past tense. So for regular verbs we need to add ed in the past tense. That is, if walk is a verb. For writing past tense we need to add ed. Walked, cleaned, jumped. Okay. So, for regular verb, we need to add ed in the past. Okay, ed to the verb. That is verb plus ed. Okay, if the verb is walk. Walk means in the past tense, we need to write, we need to add ed to walk. So, it will become walked. So the first rule is, in the past we need to add ed to the verb, regular verb. We need to add ed to regular verb. Then walk, we need to add ed and it will become walked. Then talked, jumped, cleaned. Likewise it will change. This is the first rule. First rule is, for regular verb we need to add ed to the verb. That is verb plus ed. So the second rule is, regular verb ending with E. So, regular verb ending with E. So, regular verb ending with E. Whether walk is ending with E? No. Jump? No. Then, yeah, joke. Okay, joke. Joke is a verb. It ends with E. So, regular verb ending with E. So, regular verb ending with E, we need to add D, not ED. For normal verbs, you need to add ED to the verb. That is verb plus ED. That is the first rule. Second rule is, the verb ending with E. For those verbs which ends with E, you need to add D, not ED. For regular verb ending with E, add D. That is joke. Joke ends with E. So you need to add D. Joke. Okay. So first one, regular verb for regular verbs you need to add ed in the past. Okay, past for past tense. The first rule is for regular verb you need to add ed to the verb. That is verb plus ed. If it is walk means you need to add ed and it will become walked. The second rule is for regular verb ending with e you need to use d. Add d. So, no need to add ed, you need to add d. That is for a joke. Joke. In joke, the last letter is e. So, the regular verb ending with e, you need to add d. That is joked. J-O-K-E-D. Joked. So, the next one is regular verb ending with y. So next one is verb ending with y. So verb ending with y. In verb ending with y, you need to replace the y and add ied. So you need to replace y and add ied. So the third rule is verb ending with y. If a verb ends with y, you need to replace the y and you need to add ied. For example, cry. Here cry ends with y, okay? So you need to take the y and add ied. C-R-I-E-D. Cried. This is the past form of cried. Okay. So the first rule is the regular verbs. The verbs, for regular verbs, you need to add ed. That is walk, walked. W-A-L-K-E-D. Walked. The second rule is the regular verbs which ends with e, you need to add d. That is joke, joked. Third one is verb which ends with y. For verbs which end with y, you need to replace the y and you need to add ied. That is cry. Replace the y in cry and add ied. Cried. C-R-I-E-D. So the past form of cry is cried. Next one is, if in a verb the last letter is y but it comes after a vowel means you need, in verb ending with y you need to replace the y and add ied. Suppose the y comes after a vowel letter means you need to add ed. No need to replace the y. Okay. So delay. D-E-L-A-Y. See, last letter is y. What's the previous letter of y? That is A. A is a vowel. So you no need to replace the y. Simply add ed. That is delayed. D-E-L-A-Y-E-D. So, if the y comes after a vowel, you need to add ed. No need to replace the y. Simply add ed to the verb. Okay. So, example is delay. D-E-L-A-Y. Delay. So, the past form of delay is delayed. D-E-L-A-Y-E-D. So, first we learn the rules for past tense. 3 rules. Okay. Past tense. For regular verbs, you need to add ed to the verb. That is walk, walked. Next one, regular verb end with e. Okay, the verb for verbs end with e, you need to add d. Okay, you need to add d. So joke, joked, J-O-K-E, joke. The last letter is e. So the past form of joke is joked, J-O-K-A-D. You need to add d. A third one is for regular verbs which ends with y. If a verb ends with y means you need to replace the y and add ied. That is cried, cried, C-R-Y, cried. The last letter is Y. We need to replace the Y and add IED. CRIED. If a verb ends with Y and the Y comes after a vowel means don't need to replace Y. Just add DD to the verb. Okay. So delayed. D-E-L-A-Y. Delayed. D-E-L-A-Y. Delayed. So next one is present tense. So in simple present, the verb will become unchanged. If in simple present, the verb become unchanged. The verb won't change if you use the verb with I, you, we, they. Okay? I, you, we, or they. So, in simple present, the verb won't change. The verb won't change its form. It will be in the own form. And we use verb with I, you, we and they. For example, I walk, we sing. Okay? I walk, we sing. Then, for regular verbs, you just add yes. Regular verbs, just add yes to the verb. So, first one is the verb become in present tense. The verb won't change if the verb is used with I, we, you or they. Next one is regular verbs which end with. So, for normal regular verbs, we need to add yes. So, here walk become walks. Next one is regular verb ending with y. For regular verb ending with y, we need to use add IES for present tense. So, we need to use IES for present tense. So, for regular verbs which ends with Y, we need to add IES. Take the Y away and replace with IES. Try. Take the Y, add IES. Tries. Try. Tries. Okay. So, for regular verb which ends with Y, you need to take the Y and add IES. For past tense, you need to use IED. Add IED. For the verb ending with Y, here you need to use IES. Next one, regular verb ending with Y. The Y comes after a vowel. Likewise in the past tense, okay? If the Y comes after a vowel means, in the verb, if a Y comes after a vowel means, simply add yes. No need to replace anything. In simple present tense, the verb become unchanged if it comes with I, we, you or they. Next one, regular verb. For regular verbs, you need to add yes to form the present tense. Then example is walks. Next one, regular verb ending with Y. Regular verb ending with Y, you need to take away the Y and add IES. For past, you will add IED. Here, you need to add IES. Then, if the Y comes after vowel, that is after a vowel letter, A-E-I-O-U. Okay, after a vowel letter means simply add yes. No need to change anything. Delay means delays. Because the last letter of the verb is Y and the Y comes after A, that is I as a vowel. So just add yes and delay become delays. So next is future tense. Future tense, for all verb we will add will before the verb. Okay. In future tense we need to add will before the verb. This, So, simple. Future tense is very easy. So, for future tense, we need to add will before every verb. Okay. No other rules here. Simply add will. He will talk. He will learn. Likewise, you need to add will. So, today we learned verb tenses. What is meant by verb tense? Verb means action words or it tells the what subject is doing. So, example, walked, talked, jumped, likewise. Okay. Then tenses means time. Verb tenses denote the time of action. So there are three kinds of tenses. One is past tense, present tense and future tense. Past tense, the already completed action. Radha cleaned the room. So present tense, action which happens regularly. Radha cleans her room. Next one, future tense. Action will happen in the future. Radha will clean her room. There are various rules for simple past and simple past, simple present and simple future. So, first simple past. Simple past tense. So, for regular verbs, you need to add ed to the verb. Example, she walked. Regular verbs ending with e. For regular verbs ending with e, add d to the verb. Example, joke, joked, I joked, joke, J-O-K-E, joke, which ends with e. You need to add d and it is joked. Then regular verb ending with y. You need to replace y. Replace y and add ied. If the y comes after a vowel means you need to simply add ed. No need to replace the y. That is, replace y with ied. Example, I tried, you cried. Okay. If the y comes after a vowel, add ed. Example, I delayed. Here, y is there. Y there doesn't. You doesn't need to replace y and just add ed. Okay. Next one is simple present tense. The verb remains unchanged when used with I, you, we, they. Example, I walk, we sing. Then, when used with he, she, it, they will be modified. If it is used with other pronouns, the verb will be modified. Regular verbs, add yes to the verb. Example, he walks, she jokes. Regular verbs ending with y, replace y with ies. Example, he tries, she cries. If the y comes after a vowel, simply add yes. Example, she delays. Then next one is simple future tense. For all verbs, we add will before the verb. Example, he will ask, she will jokes, they will try, she will cry, he will delay. So in next class, we can learn the further coming concepts. Okay, thank you children. See you soon.